have that in New York.
We preview the new NFL season. Max Scherzer analyzes first pitches, and we take Game of Moans on the road. But first, you guys, it's finally here! God, I'm so bad at this. Woo! The bench. Earlier this year, with your help, we raised $10,000 to dedicate a bench to Big Papi in Central Park here in Manhattan as a retirement gift. I couldn't be more proud and excited to say that we all just lived through whatever that cannon was, and also the bench is officially real now. You can sit on it. In fact, I encourage you to. So here's what it looks like. Here is the bench, and now all you have to do is go out and find it. Yep, there are 9,485 benches in Central Park, but that's why you got to use context clues. Like, see the grass in the background there? Find that grass. And then, so once you find the bench, you tweet us a picture of it. And in honor of the Large Father, the first 34 people who find the bench and let us know on Twitter or Facebook or Snapchat, which I definitely know how to use, will get an official Garbage Time quad color pen. Yeah, that's right. Join the elite club of people who use these bad boys every day. Currently, it is me, Terry Collins, and Doug Collins. So if your name is Colin, you should probably go find that bench. Be sure to use the hashtag Papi Seats, like poppy seeds. And P.S., if you're doing something gross on the bench, you don't get a pen, and also you're going to hell. Moving on, you guys. Football. Yeah, it's back tomorrow night. That's right. Cam Newton and the Panthers head to Denver to take on this guy. Trevor Siemian. Yep, the second most talked about Siemian in the world. Hashtag RIP Harambe. But with today being the eve of the 2016 NFL season, now seems like a good time to lay out some of my predictions for the year. Because you see, the pre in prediction means before, and so I have to do it now. Because let's see. Okay, so prediction number 1. Now that Calvin Johnson is gone, Matt Stafford is going to look really bad. Like, really bad. But his skin will look really good. Because he is Benjamin Button and gets closer to newborn baby with every passing year. He really does. Prediction number 2. Kristen Michael is going to get hurt or suck and get cut. Everyone seems to be high on him again this year, just like last year, and I feel like maybe even the year before that, but don't believe the hype. It's the same old story. It's like the new adventures of old Kristen. Prediction number 3. Cam Newton will attend a post-game press conference wearing a hat that features some type of fruit and or a living creature. Bonus points if he goes full-on Chiquita Banana Lady. It's a good look. Prediction number 4. Pro Bowl center Alex Mack signed with Atlanta this offseason, and I think he's going to make a big splash. Here's why. Because he can turn into a silvery puddle of liquid, and liquid splashes. Next up, the Colts might have a better season than they did last year, though I'm not as convinced of that as everyone else seems to be. But it won't matter, because prediction number 5, they're going to run some half-baked aneurysm of a trick play, and that's all anyone is going to remember from this year. And then we will all pour one out for Griff Whalen. Free agent Griff Whalen. That's right, poor kid's whole career came to an end because of the worst play in NFL history. Can we show the footage of that play? We can't. That's okay. That's all right. This will do.
Shift everybody to the right except for they're going to Whalen to snap the ball to Colt Anderson. Little deception here by the Colts on a 4th down and 3 coming up from the 47. A snap to Anderson, and he bobbled it, and he's brought down by Bolden. My God.
At least that one was cute. Prediction number 6, Derek Carr is going to be dope this year. Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend using that in a game situation unless, the Raiders sign free agent Griff Whalen. He loves trick plays. But still, that's the most impressive thing I've seen done behind someone's back since Kroenke moved the Rams to L.A. Get it? He didn't tell anyone. Oh, and also, speaking of moving your team, prediction 6A, The Raiders are going to move to Las Vegas after this year, which is probably a bad decision, but then again, so is Mark Davis's haircut, and no one seems to give a about that. Stop! Prediction number 7, Jaguars fans will overtake Bills fans as the drunkest fan base, which is huge because when it comes to drunk fans, Bills fans are hard to top. I mean, just look at these Bills fans humping in the parking lot. Yeah, look at them. Or this drunk dude who set himself on fire, and then the video doesn't show it, but he jumps back into the fire again. Even their fans on Twitter get so drunk, they tweet things like this to their own coach.
I want to rip out Rex Ryan's lap band and strangle him with it. That's not appropriate.
Yeah, I liked it. But it's a new year, you guys, and if this Jaguars fan is any indication, I think Buffalo may have some competition.
The first year we took it to the limit. And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach. Well, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules. You can't have a newcomer come in and steal the show.
Yeah, tell him, Drunky McBeachhouse. Mark your calendars, guys, because the Jags play the Bills on November 27th, and there is no way that game doesn't end with drunk fans on fire, having sex while falling from the stands. And both teams losing somehow. Somewhat related, prediction number 8, newly reunited Rex and Rob Ryan will gain a collective 40 pounds over the course of the season. Now, I'd say it's probably going to break down to like 30 pounds for Rob and 10 for Rex, just because Rex has that lap band. But hey, anything could happen.
That's not appropriate.
Sorry. Prediction number 9, everything Tom Brady and the Patriots do this year will be interpreted as a you to the league and Roger Goodell, whether it is or it isn't. The giant Tom Brady banner at Gillette Stadium, the missing sticker on his helmet, the fact that he got a lady's haircut when we all know the NFL doesn't care about women. Yeah, everything is a huge you, especially this mattress commercial he did.
Mr. Brady, we've been expecting you. Have you been eating anything else?
No. Not a thing.
Yeah, see, it's a metaphor. The mattress represents Goodell, and Brady is totally gonna that mattress. And lastly, prediction number 10, Colin Kaepernick will continue to kneel during the anthem, and Kirk Cousins will continue to kneel before halftime. Either way, racists are going to be pissed. So there you have it, the 10 things I think are definitely gonna happen in the league this year. Hope you were taking notes. We'll be right back.
This week on Thursday Night Football, football's back, and so is the promo guy. Our first matchup, the Carolina Panthers face the Denver Broncos. But Peyton's gone. Can the Broncos still contend with Brock Osweiler? Oh, they let him go? Right. Well, Mark Sanchez is better than some total unknown. They let him go too? Who's their quarterback? Trevor Siemian? Why didn't they just draft a quarterback with their first-round pick? Wait, they did? What? Panthers, Broncos. The MVP of the NFL versus Trevor Siemian. That should end well.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, and welcome back, Promo Guy. Yeah, he still hates Thursday night games, usually because they're blowouts featuring two teams in monochromatic uniforms. It's only a matter of time before we get another Thursday night snooze fest. But this year, at least you can get something good out of it, because Unwatchable Thursday Night Blowout just so happens to be one of the categories in our 2016 Garbage Time NFL Bingo. That's right. As soon as we get a 35-10, thank you for the applause, 35-10 duel between two backup quarterbacks in Week 4, you can check off a box and be one step closer to reaching peak NFL nonsense this year. Our bingo game features other predictable NFL events, such as Odell Beckham Jr. one-handed catch. And we've got Manning face, Eli, clearly. And then so we like to check them off with a mingo, because it rhymes with bingo. But you can use whatever you want. For a full list and instructions on how to play along with us this season, go to our YouTube channel or our Twitter, or, ask a random stranger on the street. They definitely would know. Moving on. Max Scherzer from the Nationals came by this week, which is pretty sweet, because I don't know if you know this, he's pretty busy right now, Good thing we didn't have him come by to do something silly and stupid. I'm here with Max Scherzer from the Washington Nationals. Max, thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
I figured, since you're one of the top pitchers in the league, I wanted to know if you could spot what other pitchers are doing wrong just by watching one single pitch.
One pitch, I probably need about 3 or 4.
No, I think you can do it in one because that's the segment we wrote. So we're
Okay,
going to do it
fine.
with one. So,
Fine.
like, let's go ahead and take a look at this first one. This pitcher comes from the University of Michigan. It's Tom Brady. The ball is properly deflated.
Yeah, it's got to feel right.
How do you
Patriots.
feel about the sweatshirt around the waist, though?
You know, that's his look. That's where he's going with the skinny jeans. You know, that's Tom Brady for you. I mean, he's going to be Joe Cool.
Yeah. What'd you think of his form?
If you put a football in his hands, that's going to be right wherever you want it.
Yeah, I would hope so. This next pitcher had a big year last year with the release of the album Emotion. Carly Rae Jepsen, obviously. This was at the Tampa Bay Rays game, and no. Yeah.
You know what this almost looks like? She obviously one of the hitters had talked to her and got some pine tar in her hands, and it just seems it looks like it's sticky, and you know she just wasn't able to throw it right.
Are you accusing Miss Carly Rae Jepsen of cheating?
It's not cheating. It just that's what it looks like.
What did you think of her form?
This isn't pretty.
I think they should call the bullpen, maybe. She sings Call Me Maybe, guys. Call me. This next pitcher is the 2014 Miss Texas, Monique Evans. Take a look at her unique windup.
Oh, God.
I don't...
That's painful.
The surprise when she's like, oh, that didn't work? Oh, I totally thought the bowling motion...
Like, you had to have practiced that at least once, right?
Everybody's like, I actually don't know what to do.
Yeah,
No one knows. They're like, do we applaud for do we throw dollar bills? I don't know what the appropriate. Okay, last one. Really
Let's
important. It's kind of my favorite pitcher of all time. Emmy award-winning pitcher, Katie Nolan.
Okay.
God.
I love the shakes.
Yeah.
Throw the pitch with conviction.
Yep. Okay, so.
Okay.
It didn't.
You got the leg kick. A lot of your mannerisms are right.
I panicked.
Why'd
I
you
got
panic?
so nervous that I was gonna throw it too hard that you can tell my hand just like I didn't throw it. I pushed it. It was very weird.
You guided it.
But yeah, it was just a little bit low, a little outside, but from the mound in Keds.
Right. You step open. You just need to throw the ball.
Yeah, and also I think I got to put my hair up. Like that was too. You don't play sports with your hair down.
Ponytail.
Yeah.
I never knew that, but yeah.
You never knew that.
Yeah, I never.
Never knew. Having it down did help me with the pine tar. You couldn't even tell. It was hidden in there. Yeah, nobody even called me on it. Max, thank you so much for being here and for critiquing all these idiots and then also me.
What are you going to do next time when you get out there?
Just throw the ball.
As hard as you can.
As hard as I can. And don't be Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah, please don't.
I could try that. I think I could not be Carly Rae Jepsen. I've done a great job so far. Thanks, Max. Coming up, we add and drop people making Tom Brady jokes. But first, with the U.S. Open just a subway ride away this week, we decided to take our favorite segment, Game of Moans, to the fans to see if they can tell the difference between tennis grunts and sex noises.
I'm ready. Is it from tennis or a love scene? She said it's Neil Patrick Harris from Gone Girl.
Really?
I do have a good ear for Neil Patrick Harris.
Would you ever make that sound?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh! Oh! Wow. I'll take that one again. Oh!
That's correct. That's Samantha from Sex and the City.
Ah, I love that show.
Are you familiar with that show?
Yes.
Are you proud of that?
No.
It is tennis. That was Angelique Kerber, you may have just watched.
Okay, yeah, that was a great match.
It's a little disturbing.
You're breathing heavily.
I really hope that one's tennis.
It's not. That's from Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh my God, which episode?
Have you ever heard a woman make a sound like that in your personal life?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say that's from a movie. It might be like Scary Movie 1.
That's Serena Williams.
That was Serena, the love of my life.
Are you capable of a sound like that?
Ah!
That was just like Serena Williams.
I thought so.
Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. It's time for Ad Draw. Yeah! Woo! My God, I'm so excited! First up, I'm going to add my girl Nikki Glazer, who was on the Comedy Central roast of Rob Lowe, but found time to drop this killer Peyton Manning joke.
I love Peyton in commercials. You're so good at him, like legitimately. I'd say you're the greatest of all time. I'd say like you're like the Tom Brady of being in commercials, you know, like the greatest. Like he's the greatest, right?
Oh, it's amazing. Tom Brady liked that joke so much, he that poor mattress again. And I'm going to drop Peyton Manning for this joke.
And heck, man, if they ever stop casting you in sitcoms, just look on the bright side. You tried to take the air out of my retirement announcement so fast, you can probably get a job as Tom Brady's ball boy.
Boo! Peyton had some good jokes that night, too, but it was just so obvious where he was going with that one, which is what most defenses said about him last season. And finally, I'm going to add the Philippines U18 national team for this block on NBA MVP Steph Curry. Wait for it. Yeah. The kid who made the block was named MVP of the tournament and won a trip to Curry's basketball camp, where I assume he'll teach Steph Curry how not to get owned like that. And I'm going to drop Curry's teammate Kevin Durant, which is still very weird to say, for getting Rick James tattooed on his thigh. Look at that. It's just staring at him. Guys, getting other people's faces tattooed in your body is weird, and it doesn't make any sense to me. If you love someone's face so much that you want it on you forever, wouldn't you want it on your face? But no, nobody has the balls to get a tattoo on their face. Yeah, this feels like a really good move for my career. Yeah, yes. That's it for Ad Drop! Anybody have some ice? It's like really stinging. Coming up, we shout out emojis and Tiger Woods. I bet it's the eggplant one. Stick around.
Who the hell is not in phone? Who is this? Not in phone. Who is this? Can't keep track.
That's right, guys. Skip Bayless has a show, and I have a tattoo on my face. Everything's coming up FS1. Running out of time for the show, but there's some stuff we didn't cover. So before we go, time for some quick shout-outs. Shout out to the New Orleans police who stopped an attempted robbery of Rob Ryan while he was coaching the Saints. But who would rob Rob Ryan? Oh, that makes sense. Shout out to Tiger Woods, who announced he hopes to play 3 tournaments before the end of 2016. That news again, golfer intends to golf. Shout out to Twitter, which released hashtags and emojis for all 32 NFL teams today. Some of them are kind of weird, like the Colts hashtag is for the shoe, and the Bills is, wait, tell us more about that shoe, though. And lastly, shout out to our Garbage Time Hero of the Week. This week, it's this guy. Yep, and by making that shot, our hero got his entire class at Ohio State 100 on their first organic chemistry quiz, because athletes don't have to do school, they just gotta do sports. Yep. Next week on Garbage Time, I forget to leave my apartment on Sunday. During his 4 weeks off, Tom Brady gets crazy and eats a nightshade, and an in memoriam montage for my survivor pool after week 1. Thanks to Max Scherzer for coming by, and to you guys for watching. We missed you. We'll see you next week. Fill out your bingo cards, people. Here's more garbage. But first, guys, it's finally here! The bench! Yeah! Nope, nope.
Oh my God! I hope you're getting that. How's your drink?
It's damn good.
First thing that comes to your mind. Well, you know, run it through a filter or two, yeah. boobs. I assume all men all the time are just constantly fighting their urge to be like, boobs.